Welcome to Rightside Radio. I was going to say welcome back to Rightside Radio.
It is back.
It is. It's
gone
been
a day.
21 hours and about 7 seconds. Hello, all. Happy Tuesday. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We are doing our last show before Christmas, and there's a lot to do today. JP has put together a banger montage. We have the Festivus report, which JP remembered was out, which will send us into mild fits of rage, but it's fine. It's fine. But we're having a party. Can we eat cookies on the air today? Can we
Well, we can do whatever we want.
grab those cookies? Allison got us lights and coffee.
They were out of Dealy Boppers. Does anybody know what a Dealy Bopper is?
No,
Negative.
it's a Dealy Bopper.
We only had those in Knoxville
Yeah, probably.
at the Christmas. What was it called? Not the Living Christmas Tree. Did y'all have Living Christmas Tree?
Yes.
You did?
I didn't.
Yeah, but at my Nana's church, not
At church, yeah. Wow. What was it called? The Fantasy of Trees. Fantasy of Trees.
Ooh.
And Dealy Boppers, the little things that you put on your head like a headband and then it has the
those are
shaky
super fun.
things.
My kids
Yeah,
love
they were out
those.
of them.
Yeah.
And the only JP, you were asking about Santa hats.
Yeah.
They had some, but they were all like sequined, and I figured you didn't.
Sequin. What is that?
You know, the little
sparkly
glitter.
Oh, no.
You
Didn't
pass
want
on
those.
grass,
Thank you.
right?
yeah. Yeah, we're good.
What?
I'm just saying.
Passed on grass.
How did we go from? Okay. Anyway,
She's smiling into the
think
camera,
I
waiting
need
for
to
that.
go.
She's looking like Jim from The Office, like looking at the camera.
So, what are we doing? What are we talking about? I have no updates. We did nothing fun last night.
Nothing.
We watched the footballs.
We did too. Boy, that was a good game.
That. Oh wait. So did Philip Rivers win? I went to bed.
Philip,
Well, the Steelers.
Did he
okay.
win?
I actually didn't watch.
what?
Did the
Like,
Rivers? of
I
Phillip-
watched.
We don't know if he won.
I think they did.
Hey Siri.
He was doing really well. I was so happy for him and all 48 of his kids up in the box.
Oh man, weren't they cute? I
They
didn't
were
even know
so
which one his
cute.
wife was.
They did not win.
Oh, did they get killed?
They lost 48-27. But Philip did great.
Oh.
He was sending like balls that barreled down to the receivers. I was very impressed with him.
Yeah.
He still got it.
His numbers looked better at one point than Brock Purdy's. I was impressed.
Mhm.
But y'all, when he came out and they were doing the pregame interview, because I didn't watch the last game, he looks so old.
Oh, he's old and fat.
I'm like, he's younger than me. But I guess when you know the game, you just know the game. And it doesn't matter. You can improvise the old and fat.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
in you.
but
Yeah.
what a boss. Okay. He's in Alabama coaching his high school football team. I believe they made it pretty deep into the playoffs.
They did.
Just sitting on his couch, drinking beer, eating, living life, coaching, his boys in high school. And then the Colts say, "Hey, you want to come be our starter?" Yeah, I guess I can do that. And then just goes out and balls out. Yeah,
Was so
he's a
good.
baller.
Where in Alabama was he coaching? Mobile?
Mobile. Let me
Okay.
pull up the
I
actual
thought
school.
he was in Fairhope.
Let's see. High school
wrong.
coach. Searching.
Thank you.
Is he from Athens?
He's from Athens. That's
Okay.
where he went to high school. I'm not seeing a team name. Oh, it was Fairhope.
Okay.
Or was it St. Michael Catholic High School in Fairhope?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting a play-by-play about him from my husband. And the question is it true? I thought it was amazing. The Steelers won, by the way. Just
Okay, yeah.
they won.
Oh, that game was insane.
Wasn't it?
That was the craziest game. The ending. I can't remember it, but it was wild.
Well, it looked like they were going to lose, and then they won. I mean, it was really a good game.
hold on. Offensive pass interference, then they fumbled it or something and they picked it. Yeah,
It
something
was
crazy happened.
It was such a good game.
Congratulations.
So I'll pass that along to the good sir. I'm just a supportive wife and occasionally put a Steelers sticker on the back of my car when I feel like it. But is it true and does it matter? I was asking Chris about Philip Rivers because I was like, I am so encouraged by this dude. Like you just get called up and you're like, all right, let's go. And then, the 45 children are up with the cute wife. I didn't know which one she was.
She looked like one of the kids.
And they were so proud of their dad. And I thought everybody should have that feeling at least once in their life.
Yeah.
But was he known? Like, I heard he was a great teammate, but maybe kind of a butt munch to other people, or is he like a great guy? I don't
say
care
that
either
word.
way.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the wide consensus is he's a good guy. You know,
Okay.
Alabama kid, just
Okay.
country,
He seemed super nice.
Yeah.
But I wondered back in the day if he was just smack talker, and I'm all for that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm all for all of this.
Maybe. He seemed really humble and calm. Of course, being 44 will do that to you, I guess.
I thought he was going to cry last night
Yeah.
in parts of the interview. And I was like, you know what? I'd cry too, because you're going to hurt when this is done.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I don't know. This
Getting
is
smashed.
This is a hot take. I don't watch sport because like my NFL team is awful this year. I don't like watching much sports when I'm not watching my team, So I've been like checked out of the NFL most of this season. But it's I'm not going to sit down and watch, teams that aren't my team. Except for, like Phillip Rivers and that storyline in general. But if my team's not in, like the Falcons are what? 6-10. We're awful. We suck. So I've just checked out NFL for the rest of the year. Except my fantasy. I'll watch my fantasy. We're in the playoffs in my fantasy. So
But do you not? Okay, so for me, I'm not a huge NFL fan. I'm quickly becoming not a college football fan.
because Auburn's bad.
Yeah, but no, just because it's a business now. But I will say last night kind of won me over watching the national anthem. I everybody stood up. Some people were praying. Whoever sang it did a great job. And I was like, okay, maybe we're back. But also there's something, I guess I grew up and you can hear the Sunday night, the Monday night football, like the song. Yeah. And and you know it. And it just like, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Chris Collingsworth, and it's those voices that you always hear. But it's the same thing. Like anytime the Today Show, Matt Lauer, or like if we could go back to NBC, Tom Brokaw,
the tones.
it would just take me back to my childhood. So I think we had a fire going. I mean, we all looked homeless in our sweatpants and t-shirts, and we were like wrapping gifts, and football was on, and I don't know. It was good. So
the Sunday night football tone brings me PTSD of remembering that I had homework on Sunday that I didn't do all day.
That's
and I hear that tone and like, oh, it's already night and I have to do the homework during the game.
But you are right.
It's not what I was
the
going
music for Sunday night, Monday night football, it's the soundtrack of our lives.
Yep.
As is the NBC show. You're so right. Like Chris talks about having his little teeny tiny itty bitty TVs. Did you have one of those? I did not have one of those.
like
But
the
they had
little
itty bitty screens where you had to like probably pry your eyeballs open with toothpicks.
Did they all share it? Are you talking
No,
about,
it was
or
just-
was it like a portable?
And he would take it and he would watch it in his room when he could, but he would watch football. Or he said his like Sunday afternoon watching football was just the best day.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it, but you're right. It makes you feel safe.
There's something you're like,
I didn't
all
even
gonna
start
be
watching
okay.
it until I got married. And I didn't even really pay attention until the last couple of years. I just use it as an excuse to make whatever food I always made on Saturdays. That's the excuse I used. I'm like, well, this year it's going to be Chicago dogs. Last year was nachos.
Well, and your Steelers, we got a little Aaron Rodgers. He's no young cat.
He's
No.
balling too. That is my dad's favorite quarterback. And my dad,
He's
every time
awesome.
we watch Aaron Rodgers, there's at least one time we watch, he goes, man, the way that ball just comes out of Aaron Rodgers' arm, it's just amazing. It's like, you say this every time, Dad. I get it.
Is he married? Because I saw a wedding ring. Is
No,
he-
well, okay. I think he recently got married, but it's like a non-public figure.
Okay.
He was dating Danica Patrick.
Okay. And then wasn't he dating the actress before
he
that?
was dating Aaron Rodgers was with
That girl.
that girl.
Well, he was dating Danica before that
the
girl.
And then
liberal,
that girl.
the weird. It was a weird
From the movies, from the series, and I can't remember.
yeah,
My
with
kids.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
What is her name? Kind of weird. It was during COVID when he was not taking the vaccine and basically saying, "Don't do it. I'm not doing it." And he was just getting
Was it
like-
Olivia Munn?
no.
Mm-mm.
She's way
brief-
cuter
he
than the
briefly
other girl.
dated. Okay. He's married to a woman named Brittany who stays as a public figure. Departed from a highly public relationship with Shailene Woodley
That's it.
Yes,
That's
that's
her.
it.
and race car driver Danica Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna my money's on new wife is way cooler than Shailene Woodall
Woodley.
libtard.
Shailene
I don't even know what her name is. What was her last name?
Woodley.
Woodley libtard.
Shailene lived.
It's a hyphenated name.
No, thank you. It's a hard pass.
So
Yeah. But I saw it was ringing. I thought, wait a minute, this is not Shailene, or we would have seen.
did they show
They're
her last night?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Brittany is she stays out of the public eye.
Can you share your screen? I want to see her.
Smart.
Who, Brittany?
Yeah.
Is
Show
she
me
a babe?
Brittany.
She
Okay,
dark-headed
let me-
babe.
Let
It's
me
Brittany.
share my screen real quick.
Wait, let's guess what she looks. I bet she's a little blonde.
His type
She-
is brunette.
He's going the opposite of what he's always gone for. She's like a blonde, like a brown blonde. But that's,
Oh, that's
Shailene.
Oh, that's Shailene. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think this is this is the secret Brittany.
Well, I can't see her.
Well,
She's too small.
Let me,
like,
Can you blow
our
her up?
eyes aren't that great.
I don't have my
anymore.
glasses. Where are my glasses? JP.
I'm trying to share the screen. I got to stop this screen, share the other
Okay.
screen.
Well,
okay.
maybe we'll look at
anyway,
break.
well,
Anywho.
good for him. Good for him.
Look at her. This is her bigger.
That's really not bigger.
JP. Hold on.
Ah. Oh wait, I can see her. Oh, she's pretty.
And she's real pretty. Oh, I like her
Oh,
eyeshadow.
she can wear that eyeshadow.
Oh, she's a babe.
Oh, good for him. I'm happy
Okay.
for him.
All right, congrats.
I hope she's a
I'm
conservative.
going to let you like squinch that back down so I don't ruin the situation. Oh, I did. Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we've talked about sports, which our listeners love when we talk about sports. We've talked about Catholic schools, which our listeners love it when we talk about Catholic schools. Y'all, I got some hate mail from us saying that Notre Dame was the most overrated, crazy hate mail.
Yeah, like irrational hate mail.
Irrational hate mail. And that was the day we kind of called out the Pope. Didn't say anything about the Pope.
Was it
They
that
were
day?
Yes.
Very mad.
Just went off on Notre Dame and the why they were never joining a conference. And anyway, so no more Catholic schools or sports.
Yeah,
On
apparently.
the other side, we will do serious news and we'll talk like this, just like this the whole time. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Rightside Radio. We were watching reels.
Watching reels.
Hey,
reels. Remember, if you like it, everybody can see that you like it.
Mm-hmm.
That was very funny. Allison Sinclair, you were telling us something absolutely hysterical. You have received maybe a message from a little while back. And I think maybe we need maybe not an intervention, but maybe an intervention with the personality type that it's like a fire hydrant of information when we disagree on things like sports.
It was a few weeks ago when we were talking about Notre Dame, and at the same time, like they were left out of the bowls, like the playoffs. Okay. I think that day we also questioned the Pope saying that we should welcome Islamists into the country. Okay. It was a tough day for the Catholic Church and Catholic institutions. I get it. But again, when I was growing up, I always said I wanted to be Catholic because my favorite people were Catholic and they had way much more fun than the Baptists where I went to church and we couldn't do anything. So grew up Catholic. Stepdad was Catholic in terms of we went to mass. So anyway, nothing against the Catholic Church, but just like we call out the Protestant church or whatever, we're going to call it out when we see. Okay. But none of that came through in the message. This was a Facebook message that I got that day, but I just saw it last night. I'm going to read it as it's written because it's so frenetic and off the chains. We'll not say names. We're not joining a conference because independence is what fuels this country.
Oh my gosh.
And all the conferences are all controlled by ESPN and ABC. Now it's all about money, all about the money deal also. And now that we're up to ESPN 8, the month. Okay, I'm reading it as he wrote it. And it's very hard to read. We're up to ESPN 8. The money deal you're talking about is completely, utterly irrelevant. They've got hundreds of millions of dollars in endowment, and it's because they're one of the best universities in the country. And every single team, there are no periods in this text, by the way. Every single team we played and every single team we beat was in conference. So that we're in the conference besides every one of our other sports is in the ACC, and we agreed to play 5 ACC games a year, so we're basically in the ACC. And if we join the ACC, we will win every single game, and that wouldn't be very good for football either. I understand you might not believe in Christianity and Catholicism coexisting. Some people think Catholics aren't Christians. That's not true. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. There's 5 Catholic schools in this town and a major Catholic high school, and blah, 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 blah. You guys, what you said was completely inaccurate. They are definitely one of the top 12 teams in the country. Catholic hate and money is the reason they're not in, and they tried to join the Big Ten, but we're told they couldn't in the 40s because they were Catholic.
In the 40s.
It's
anyway.
2025.
I couldn't even read that because there's so many misspellings, and he says at one point he said Notre Dame, like he was typing so frenetically. Point being, if it's like the liberals, if you have to come out and go after us that strongly over a football team, you probably do stink.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm going to say. It's like what we say about the liberals. Like if you're coming at us that hard and you've resorted to calling names and can't take a little bit of criticism, then you're losing.
Yep. Yeah, without question. I mean, it's kind of nuts.
So we're not joining a conference because independence is what fuels this
Also,
country.
Catholic hate. Really?
Let me just say, last year when Alabama got snubbed, I never felt the need to
Did you
lash
yell
out on
Protestant
anybody.
Southern hate?
The Protestant Southern Baptist hate in this nation. Yeah, no, I did not.
You were disenfranchised.
We lost to Oklahoma and we got blown out. We shouldn't have been in the playoffs. Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M and Miami head to head. Guess what? You don't get to be in the playoffs. Sorry. That's how it works.
It's just that simple.
And I get it. NBC pays them a lot of money to not be in a conference. So it's like, okay, that's fine. But also you play the game of you're going to get left out if you're not in a conference because you got to go and schedule and beat hard teams. So yeah, but the irrational anger is hilarious.
I've never experienced such. And the Star, I didn't read the opening lines of the message, but I thought it was like we really deeply offended someone's soul, like touched on, like called out their mama or something. And then when we got to Notre Dame football, I was like, what
are we talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Anyway, That was fun. We're gonna do the montage on the other side. At some point, we've got some Christmas trivia. We've got to open gifts. I have a reading from Psalms for us today. If I can read it better than I just did. We'll see. We'll be back.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, having a sort of a Christmas show. We're getting there. But before that can happen, there's plenty of news that we need to cover. And there's quite a lot actually in today's montage. And so if JP is ready, we can let you take it away, sir.
Well, it's that time. It's the daily montage. So we got to tell y'all about attorney Stan McDonald, who's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law in North Alabama. Not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years. And when Stan McDonald is on your side, you'll have no greater friend. And likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's Stan McDonald, 256-533-0202. Tell me her about it on Rightside Radio. He is the daily sponsor of our montage. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Black for News. Janitor named Derek, who worked as a janitor at Brown University, had previously, that is before the shooting, according to him, alerted the Brown University police that there was an intruder that had been lurking around the building, but yet nothing was done.
The Vice President for Public Safety and Emergency Management has been put on administrative leave effectively.
We have seen an increase in illegal immigrants being caught in our stings across the country. And it seems today that we can't do a sting, whether we're in the South or the Midwest or West Coast or East Coast, without catching somebody who's in this country illegally.
I do care. I care about a lot.
Caring is exactly what Diane Crawford says led her to serve the Juniata County School District. Ford says her contract with Roar Bus came to a halt February 1st after she put up this sign which read, "Out of respect to English-only students, there will be no speaking Spanish on this bus." Crawford claims she never got to explain that the sign was put up to encourage safe and respectful behaviors and was directed at a bilingual student who allegedly had a history of riling up other students.
I don't know what else to do.
Gender graduate instructor at the University of Oklahoma is no longer teaching at the school after failing a student for referencing the Bible in her essay. The school saying, quote, based on an examination of the graduate teaching assistant's own statements related to this matter, it was determined that the graduate teaching assistant was arbitrary in the grading of this specific paper.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So just some delightful news there for you guys. Delightful. So I have a question about the Brown story. So I'm listening to this. We've talked about it. And then I'm wondering, they put the Brown VP on leave, getting ready to probably fire the person. And then it got me thinking, do you think this had to do with how the Brown VP sees people? Did this person, this Brown VP, see a janitor as a nothing? So why am I going to listen to a janitor? Like, do you think it's because they just were like, it's a janitor, who cares? Versus, isn't that the person you want to look to and listen to because they know everything that's going on around the school because they take care of details that other people miss?
Well, I don't know. I think this was I think Brown University got caught with their pants down in terms of they can't even answer if they listen to protesters about taking down their cameras. And this guy was seen scouting, the area for weeks. And I think this was a CYA moment. I think they looked for a scapegoat and somebody to blame it on, and they found their guy. So they don't have to answer the, well, did you take your cameras down to let Palestine protesters do whatever they wanted to do, And I think it's just incompetence across the board, and I think they just needed somebody to blame, and I think they pinned it on this guy.
So a homeless guy and a janitor basically cracked the case.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what we're doing here, y'all. I really don't. I don't know why I can't answer that, Amy Beth, but I do know that colleges just they're so caught up in DEI and equity and trans. I mean, the other story of the transgender teacher, they're so caught up in that kind of stuff. It's like basic education, basic safety, basic needs aren't even being met anymore. Never mind the fact that Brown costs like $90,000 a year, something insane. I saw that they have a one administrator for every 2 students.
That's stupid.
Think about the bureaucracy and the waste that is going on there. They're trying to hire all their DEI hires. And I guess this safety guy, I don't know if he was a DEI, he was a black male. Doesn't mean he was a DEI hire, but somebody's incompetent. If you have a janitor that is saying, hey, I'm in this building every night and this guy's never showed up, but he's been here 12 days in a row and he keeps looking in windows, something's not right. But you know what stinks? They didn't have cameras. So what are you going to go do? Sleep outside and look for the guy? Anyway, I don't know why. I'm probably with you, JP, but I do know that yesterday in Birmingham we buried one of our kids and they better pull it together. Again, do I think anything will happen to any of them? No. But hopefully this might be a wake-up call that bad things can happen. And maybe we all need to take a better look at what even Auburn's doing some crazy stuff with DEI. And apparently they closed their DEI office, but maybe it's just renamed. I mean, so can we focus on student safety? If you remember Jared Hudson, my niece's nail technician in Auburn, like she would go get her nails done before formals. He was picked up by one of Jared Hudson's Covenant Rescue Group trafficking operations. Like these people are everywhere and our colleges need to pay attention and be protecting our children with the millions of dollars we're sending them.
Well, and I hate to play this game, especially, so soon after a tragedy, but I think it's true. Imagine if it was a pro-Palestine student or a black student that was tragically killed. There would be riots at Brown University over this, and there should be riots over Ella Cook. Her life is just as important as every other student, but I think they're getting a pass from, not all of the media, but I don't know. Change the role of the student or who the student is. I think you get a different response. It wasn't too long ago. There was a black student, I believe in Ole Miss. It was a Mississippi school that tragically, killed himself. And some organization or group in Mississippi decided to start the rumor that he was lynched by some other Mississippi students. No evidence or facts or anything behind it. There were marches. There was cries for it. There was no evidence to your claims at all. So it's like, okay, so say this was somebody other than Ella Cook. Would Brown get a much different response from people? Like I said, I hate to do that game because it's tragic, but I think it's true.
But I think that proves my point. They do see people differently. They do look on the janitors and the homeless people because they are filled to the brim with DEI. And so you're only important if you fit in a certain category, or you're as fussy and as important as they see themselves. If you're in leadership, if you're a professor, if you're the certain kind of student, and then everybody else goes in another category. DEI is killing us for this very reason. We divide and devour and destroy segments of our population, even on school campuses, into important and not important. And it wasn't important to them to listen to a janitor. It wasn't important to them to listen to a homeless guy who had to post on Reddit. It's not important because in their mind, those people do not matter. And that's a tragedy if you're supposed to be educating the next generation of people to go on and create a flourishing society. They can't do it because they're so dialed into one way. What's the purpose of college if not to teach you how to think and to teach you how to see people? And I think that is a massive tragedy, really and truly, that this happened at all, but that they weren't important enough. Think about it. Their whole worldview is based on death. So, unless you're in their category, Forget about it, which is ironic because they're supposed to be the most tolerant, the most loving. No, they're not. They're the most hateful. And we're seeing the result of that, I think.
Do you think that's why they haven't talked to, or I haven't seen that they've spoken to any of the students? Did they just not care?
I think they don't care.
They got him. Case closed.
Oh,
You know?
right. I forgot.
Ella
Silly
Cook,
me.
Ella Cook's family doesn't get to have a round of applause at a basketball game. But
yeah, they don't.
They do.
They are self-important blowhards that go to basketball games, or we pay $90,000 a year to, and there's 2 of them to 1 kid.
That's
They
so
don't
crazy.
they don't even have grades anymore. I thought they have pass fail. Didn't they switch a couple years ago? So it's all just a joke. Don't send your kid to an Ivy. Really rethink sending your kid to college at all if that student teacher ratio or teacher student ratio is that bloated.
Did we hear anything about the funeral yesterday? I didn't see anything or hear anything.
I didn't either.
Not even in the local news. Just kind of weird, actually, which I don't blame them for keeping it private. But I didn't see anything on social media.
I didn't either.
God bless them.
It's awful.
Really, really sad. Maybe more will come out, or maybe we're so short-sighted, squirrel, something shiny, we'll just move on. Maybe that's what they're hoping. Case closed. We did that with the J6 pipe bomber. Nobody's talking about that. Epstein files. It's where we all need a detox from our social media, I think.
Yep.
Amen.
Let's go ahead and take a break. And then when we come back, we can talk about, Chris Hansen. I'm not familiar with him. Am I?
You're not?
To Catch a Predator?
Wow. That's
I guess I didn't know his name.
He's the guy
but
that goes in
yeah.
the kitchen and says, "Hey, I'm Chris Hansen." Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
looked like he was in a newsroom. I thought he was like a news anchor.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Can we talk about him?
Yep.
All right. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, winding down our first hour of the show. JP, well, first we get to tell Allison about who Chris Hansen is.
Yeah, he was very popular in my generation growing up, in terms of the memes and stuff. But
What?
Luring in a predator, like what Jared Hudson does,
Yeah.
except he's not a law enforcement officer, but he does a TV show, and he lures him in, with a actor who acts like a underage girl, and then he gets there, an actor greets him and goes, "Oh, I got to go grab something," and then they leave the room, and Chris Hansen comes out.
But this was more like a news, not a social media thing. It was more like a Dateline kind of feel.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Do y'all know
And-
Alex Rosen? Do you know that
Yeah.
name?
Mhm.
Okay, he's like that, but Alex Rosen is more on social media,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
he's more on like TV.
Yeah, he's like a Dateline, like you
Okay.
said. Yeah,
Okay.
Because didn't Chris Hansen start out on Dateline?
I think so, actually.
Oh, see, I'm so smart.
Yeah.
Didn't know it.
But just to hear him say that is shocking but believable. I saw that based on statistics, because I thought that's a lot that they're arresting so many illegals. But then they're saying, Kristi Noem said they got 150 people arrested that were illegals. And then in Los Angeles on the 29th of November, they arrested 288. All
Just on
related
one
to
day?
sex crimes over a period of time, I guess during that week. Both of them put some statistics out. And then there were more on X that talks about the sex crimes that are happening with illegal immigrants. You should be on a plane that night out of here. I don't even know that we should put them in our jails and take up space for the people that we'll need who are legal, who get into trouble. But I was shocked by how many. I was like, okay, Chris Hansen, really? Really? What?
I'm about to sneeze.
Bless you.
Okay, I think it's
Is it
gone now.
I got my finger
It's
on your
so
mic if it does.
It would be my first sneeze on the radio or on this show. And I do love to sneeze. Okay, it's gone because we talked about it. Anyway, I think that's terrifying. If you listen to what he said, he was implying this is a nationwide issue. It's not just in Las Vegas or San Francisco or in Texas anymore. He says, whether I'm in the South, North, West Coast, East Coast, doesn't matter. They don't even run an operation anymore that doesn't include an illegal alien. That's terrifying. In Auburn, do you remember this? Like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, when my daughter and her friend
Yes.
got followed through one of the Walmarts there. They were they were on the way to the lake house and they stopped to get groceries, and some Hispanic men followed them, had zero groceries, followed them out to their car, were sitting in the car when they came out. They had to get somebody to walk them out, followed them in their car. I mean, it was terrifying. Cannot prove anything, but that's when I started going, all right, even at sweet little Auburn, Alabama, we got to be on alert. You just can't take it for granted. We're not in the 80s anymore. And bad things happen then, but this is like the other day when I sent you that clip. I can't remember if I sent it to you too, of the guy telling us how to survive a mass shooting.
Oh, great.
Yeah. You're like, okay, it's not what did our, like, how to build a shelf is what it used to be. Now it's how to survive a mass shooting. You got to run. What did he say? I actually should probably share that. It's like you run, you don't run straight. You don't run straight. You run
zigzag.
sideways. Well, it's like you run perpendicular to where the shooter is, which seems odd. But if you're running straight away,
He's got it longer.
you're in the line
Yeah.
and you're just running straight.
Oh, gosh.
So you run perpendicular because they can't.
Mhm.
And he was a sniper. He was like, this is even hard for me to follow. Anyway, that's where we are in the world.
Well, it makes you mad because whenever you have big ag or hotel companies, people with a lot of money, they don't have to live in neighborhoods where their kids are, having to worry about people following them to the car. They're not in areas where, illegal aliens, they probably don't even come across them at all, but they're going to pressure President Trump to not don't deport our workers, our economy will crumble. So they don't have to deal with the illegal aliens that are actually here and preying on their kids. And that's what it makes you angry of. No, I'm sorry, my daughter's or my sister's well-being is a lot more important than your need for cheap foreign labor. It's a lot more important, actually. So it's interesting because he said it as if like this is a new thing. Like we can't even come across a single operation now without illegal aliens. And you think, well, the Biden administration literally just left the border open for 4 years. So just it puts in perspective the onslaught of these people that came in during that time. If this wasn't really an issue beforehand, it's like, wow, we can't even have an operation without an illegal alien now. Well, think back, who was the last president? So it just puts into perspective again how much they screwed it up.
I mean, I can't help it. It's back to how do you see people? And people either matter or they don't. And this is another example, horrific example of how the left shows us that people really don't matter unless, I mean, their view is the ends justify the means. Now, Republicans stink in plenty of areas themselves. Okay, that's no question. But in this area, to let these kind of people over because you think you need, like you said, JP, cheap labor is horrific and it's unacceptable.
But is it just as bad on us if we don't get them all out?
Yep, it is.
See, we're equal opportunity offenders. We'll call you out. I don't care who you are.
That's right.
Speaking English.
Okay, that was for me.
English.
I don't know if y'all saw this story, but it seemed like something right up y'all's alley.
I saw it, but I kind of have mixed feelings about it. So maybe we can hash that out on the other side. I sprechen. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So far in the montage today, we talked about sports, and we brought up Notre Dame.
Not sports.
Okay. So we did that, but we've talked about Brown. We've talked about Chris Hansen and sex crimes committed by illegal immigrants. But then there's this whole other story that we all kind of know that we need to discuss. And by the way, classic Pennsylvanian accent, is it not?
It is.
When I heard her
sure.
talk, I was like, oh my word, if my eyes were closed, I would have known.
Sounds like my cousins.
She's totally from Pennsylvania.
She from Altoona?
She
No,
could be,
she's
but she's
from
not.
Juniata County, whatever that one is. Yeah.
We'll have to look that one up.
Giuliani?
No, Juniata.
Juniata.
Juniata County.
Juniata. She drinks coffee.
But
Judy.
I wondered what y'all thought about this bus driver who posted a sign basically trying to maintain discipline on a bus. She did it in a way that may or may not have been very offensive or not, depending on how you look at it. And then what did you think about it?
So my understanding from that clip, and then the clip is a little longer, but she has been a bus driver for a while.
Long time.
And they in the same county, and she started having issues with some kids. There was one kid that was kind of mean and was bullying, and apparently did it in Spanish, and it caused some issues between the Spanish kids and the English speaking kids. So she put up a sign that said, there will be no speaking Spanish on this
Or
bus.
English only.
English only, out of respect for the kids that speak English only. Okay, fine. Then she got fired, right?
Mhm.
And then if you listen to the clip, I think it goes on to talk about how basically she's like on food stamps now.
Yep.
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
Really sad. She's crying. She's like, I didn't even get a chance to explain why I did it or what happened. I mean, she was just fired. On one hand, I want to be like, we're in America. Speak English. I'm pretty sure when you go to France and you get on a bus, they don't have, everybody speaking English for you. Like if you don't know French, you're probably not getting educated or getting on the bus or getting off at the right stop. On the other hand, that's the system we're set up in. I mean, the federal government mandates you take these kids that don't speak English and you have to educate them. So yes, they're going to be on your bus. I don't know how you can tell kids who don't know how to speak English, but the federal government's making you take kids that don't speak English, how you make them not speak Spanish or whatever and say they can only speak English. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
Well, my read of it was, I mean, first of all, like you said, this is a beloved longtime school bus driver. I didn't get the sense it was kids who do not know how to speak English and, she was just picking on them. Like, I don't want to hear Spanish on my bus. I didn't get the vibe from that. From the story I saw, it may have been more than one malicious students who spoke Spanish and also knew English, but maybe were purposefully speaking Spanish with each other to bully English-speaking kids who didn't understand it. That's kind of the vibe I got. I agree. Maybe a better way to handle it than just putting up a sign. But when you got it, this is your school bus driver for such a long time and she's loved by students, you give her the benefit of the doubt to explain herself
right.
instead of just cutting her loose. But that's what that's kind of the vibe I got. Like kids were picking on English speaking kids, like kids who knew Spanish and English were picking on English speaking kids in Spanish and bullying them.
See, it's confusing.
No, but so I got the vibe. It was not, oh, I'm picking on these kids.
Okay. I
got the vibe. It was like, I'm trying to protect my students because they're getting bullied by kids who are choosing to speak Spanish so they don't understand,
It's kind of like, you wouldn't know this, JP, but when you go get your nails done and they talk about you in Chinese or Vietnamese, they're talking about you, but you can't understand them. That's what it felt like for those kids, I bet.
Yeah. But also, I mean, one last thing. It's America. So English, I understand there's a better way to say it, but it's not like we're in a non-English speaking country and we're asking kids to speak English. We're in America where it's an English speaking country. So, there's also that on her side.
Right.
She should have been given the benefit of the doubt to explain herself.
You know what's so delightful in the system that we have these days is that it's so easy to black sheep and scapegoat people. They expected her to act like an adult when they wouldn't do the same thing. And I mean the people above her. Like they wouldn't they've accepted kids in their community who don't speak English. So they're taking up seats in a classroom for kids who are from there or not. I don't know. But you've got all these adults in charge that could have helped before now. Do you remember, I'm thinking of our friend Scott, who has told us in years past on buses that he's driven that there are kids who have IEPs and they're allowed to act like absolute maniacs and they know it. And they misbehave and they make his life crazy while he's driving because he cares about the safety of the bus and the safety of his children. And I feel like it's the same thing here. She's caring about the safety of the kids that are getting bullied. She wants to do what's right. She puts up something that's super simple. It's common sense. It's America, speak English if you're on the bus. Okay, I'm sorry. If you need to get instruction because the bus is tipping over or somebody's hit you, she doesn't know Spanish. How's she going to speak to them? You speak English on the bus, number one. But number two, there were adults that could have solved this problem beforehand, before you could see that these kids were being bullied, and using the kindness of this lady against her. They knew exactly what they were doing by speaking Spanish and bullying. And here she's like, well, okay, well, I'm going to solve the problem like an adult. And then the adults above her are like, no, you're fired. It's really sad.
I've never thought about that. What do you do if there's an emergency on the bus or in the classroom and you need to give a child instructions on, like, there's only one child that can still, this is how my brain works. There's only one child in the whole classroom that can still walk to get the first aid kit, and they only speak Spanish and you speak English. And how do you tell them where to go? I mean, no kidding.
No, it just happened to us. We were on a flight on United, and I have to say kudos to them, but we were sitting next to two people who were sweet and cute and darling. And you know what they did? We were in the exit row, and the attendant came back and said, there's a lady behind them. I guess she was related to them, spoke Spanish to them and said, I'm sorry, they have to move. If this plane goes down and I'm giving instructions and they don't understand English, how are they going to respond?
Yeah.
They must move. This is for their safety.
Racist.
And so I thought, wow, like sister is not playing. Just this, cute flight attendant that was not playing. And I thought, I have a lot of respect for you. She did the adult thing. She was respectful and kind, but moved them.
Well, she doesn't want to die either.
She don't want to die either. So you think about that in this bus situation, but you also think about the adults who had to have known. You know who the bullies are in your school. And you're just going to let the lady take the fall because people don't act in a vacuum. I bet the teacher in the classroom knows this kid's a bully. I mean, they do. And yet they fired the beloved, get the kids to and from school every day for what, 28 years? No, you're fired because you were trying to do what was right. And you're the easy scapegoat. You're the easy black sheep. And we're just going to sit behind again and just go, oh, silly lady. Also racist. I mean,
yeah,
it was too easy. Very tragic.
Well, that's kind of a microcosm of the state of America right now, where American kids are getting picked on by foreigners, and then the school bus driver who's trying to protect the American kids gets fired. So, like I said, maybe could have been done in a better way, but it wasn't malicious. She's trying to protect her kids. So you come to her, hey, bus driver, 28 years, everybody loves you. Explain yourself. Don't just fire her. But it's just a microcosm of the problem in America right now, where, like I said, you can't even protect American kids from students who are bullying them by not speaking English. That's racist, and you lose your job and got to go on food stamps for that. It's awful. It's tragic. I hope some, I don't know, like private bus company or so. I hope somebody sees that story and helps her out.
Or she gets to move to a school with a sane superintendent that's like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Come over here. We'll take care of you. And why didn't any parents try to speak up for her? Maybe they did. But you're right. It is a microcosm of America right now. And it's not wrong. Just look, for your safety alone. Just alone. Learn how to speak English just for your safety alone.
Yeah. You can't get a CDL now. Well, you're not supposed to get a CDL now unless
Silly
you can speak
JP.
unless you can speak English. So it's safety.
Oh, gosh, we have so much work to do, y'all.
Yeah, it's there's so many protected classes in America now, and that's what this seems like, another protected class, somebody that you can't call out, you can't call to a higher standard of speaking English, you can't call to a higher behavioral standard. I mean, I don't know what all the stories were here, but it's like everybody's protected except white Christian, especially males. I mean, JP, you're screwed. Sorry.
I'm done. So I've known that for a while.
Yeah, it's really sad. Kind of over it, actually. I can't believe we're still here. Like, I thought it would be one of those like a fad. Yeah, we're gonna go down this road for I'll give it 4 years. We're going on a solid 5-6 years, and I'm over it. I'm done.
Well, we do have the VP at the AmFest who looks like he's going to be the GOP candidate in 2028 saying you don't have to apologize for being white in America anymore. So on the top, it's looks like the tide's turning, but there's still a lot of work to do because of how long it's been like that, you know. So
it's a good word.
Okay. Break time. I hate these times. When we come back, I can't even remember.
Oh, the trans teacher.
We also got some text.
Oh, let's do some text.
Oh,
this is really exciting. I do love hearing from our listeners. So we'll do that on the other side. We'll be right back.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We are having a Tuesday. We know it's Christmas week. We know you're out shopping, and we hope that we're riding along with you and making your final shopping roundup delightful. Okay? That's what we want to do, is make it delightful. So
That's a really difficult thing to do.
I know it's so many.
I get in such a bad mood.
Oh, Allison,
It's bad.
so peoply out there.
Oh yeah, I hate being around people.
Then they cut you off in traffic.
I've experienced that a lot in Birmingham. Let me tell you.
I'm sorry on behalf of all drivers who drive well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry on behalf of the female drivers. I'm sorry on behalf of the people who just don't know how to drive at all. I'm sorry.
Is Gadsden not like this?
No, I mean, there's nobody.
That was like a slow. No.
Well,
Does it back up at the Gadsden Mall?
No. Well, so Huntsville's weird because Huntsville you get the occasional person that cuts you off and pisses you off, but it's normally not bad drivers. It's just so many people. Like the infrastructure can't keep up with the amount of people in Huntsville. Birmingham, it's like, I wish there was a camera in my car when I was going downtown Birmingham to the Pizzits. Oh my gosh. I was getting cut off here, and I was just screaming like, what are you doing? People don't know how to drive.
Weed downtown.
Yeah, and I get out
really
and
in a bad mood.
I get out of the car. There's a homeless guy with a trash bag by my car, and it just reeks of weed. I'm like, what is what
the
is
trash
this?
can smelled like weed.
Well, no, just downtown Birmingham
Birmingham
smelled like weed.
So. By the way, that's what it smells like driving through Oregon. Just in case anybody feels like they want to go visit, it smells like that everywhere. Anywho.
Skunk.
Terrible.
Worse than skunk.
Nasty skunk. Do we have any texts?
We do. By the way, 833-687-4448 is the text line number if y'all want to let us know your thoughts. Mike from Florence says, look up, quote, required to speak English to become a U.S. citizen. It's that simple. It's federal law.
But they haven't become citizens, so...
Well, I'm sure there's loopholes around it. Required to speak English. Who cares, So, although it is technically federal law.
Didn't they do away with, like, you can't take the citizenship test in foreign languages anymore, which seems...
Why would we do that in the first place?
I feel like I may have just made that up, actually.
We're going to have to ask ChatGPT.
I may have just... Well, keep reading text. I'll see if I lied.
Well, first, Brad from Crimestone County, he sent in a picture of him and his family at the Coleman Chris Kindle Market.
What?
It says no raclette chimney or no raclette chimney cake, schnitzel, or apple cider was safe in terms of them at the Chris Kindle Market. So
wait, I don't see anybody. I just see
the Chris Kindle Market.
Are there people in that one?
Oh, you got to scroll down the picture. It's a big picture.
Oh, hi everybody. That's a great picture.
Brad is tall.
What
He does look like a tall fellow.
Family.
He looks like he's 10 feet tall.
Brad, how tall are you actually?
My goodness.
I bet you're 6'7".
Oh
No, 6'5".
7.
6'5".
Aw, I love seeing our listeners.
Well, he also says, why is everything a zero tolerance fireable offense? I think the English only sign was a bit too far, but you issue a reprimand, probably investigate, and if needed, administer some discipline to the problem student and then move on.
Preach.
Brad, but that's so logical. So
Brad's making sense.
Yeah.
We shall not do that.
No.
Jeff from Indiana says, come to Nashville and I'll show you what bad driving looks like. Smiling face. That's
it's
true.
always Nashville. Jeff just hates Nashville.
My worst experience has been in Atlanta with there was one time me and my friend drove from Huntsville to Atlanta. We were going to a Braves game and we were picking up. I just saw that, by the way. That's crazy.
What was that?
One of her bulbs fell off.
I'm struggling.
Well, they are from the Dollar Tree. I'm sorry. They were y'all, the Dollar Tree's getting expensive.
It's no longer $1 anymore.
No, these were $1.50, and I was like, "Whew, it adds up fast."
What?
I got some tissue paper.
I'm struggling.
Bobby from Huntsville also says you need to be careful this time of year. Lots of people who normally don't drive out of town and they are out of practice.
That's true. Well, and then there's a bunch of pudding cup cars on the road that are the little tinny itty bitty cars, the tiny cars.
You just pissed off all of our drivers of those cars.
I'm so sorry, but I don't necessarily mean all the small cars. I just mean the tiny pudding cup cars that are
like the Prius.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they just drive slowly, like not in a hurry. I'm sorry. They're not in a hurry, and I'm like, move. But they're just, why is it the little itty bitty ones? You know, I don't know why.
Because they can fit in tiny spaces. They cut in and
Really
out.
bothers me. This is not your.
Bobby got it.
Don't read Bobby's.
Bobby got it. Sorry. So unprofessional. I'm sorry.
The break's right on
Bobby.
time.
I think we go to break.
Let's go.
My itty bitty. Sorry, so funny.
It is funny.
Okay, we'll be back with some serious news.
I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors, you got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
back to Rightside Radio.
Told me. Did not tell me.
Sorry.
Listen, we're here.
No, I had to check because my mascara was actually running down my face because I was laughing so hard.
Okay, so there's that. And all right, onward and upward to a story that is, well, it's a bit of hope in a little, well, there's a lot of darkness, but it's a bit of hope.
Tell me the story, because all I know is there was a transgender teacher who failed a student because they wrote a biblical perspective paper. But then what happened after that?
So
or where was this?
Oklahoma, right? University of Oklahoma?
Yeah. Well,
or was it a smaller school?
It was an Oklahoma school. I know that.
So this Christian kid wrote a paper, turned it in, used the Bible as justification for being pro-marriage, anti-trans, if you want to put it that way.
Is that what the paper was on?
Yeah, she did a Bible-based essay and used the Bible as her reasoning for supporting what the Bible says about gender. That's my understanding.
Okay.
And am I wrong? Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was the University of Oklahoma, by the
Okay.
way.
I mean, like, kind of a big deal. And then the kid was failed for writing the paper by this trans teacher. And then it turns out the trans teacher has been fired. So at a place like Oklahoma, where you wouldn't even think, I mean, it's still kind of Bible Belt-ish. It's the Midwest. So a little friendlier to people of faith, but to be failed for your views, but bravo to the parents who raised that daughter to write that paper, probably understanding she was going to get failed. But even more kudos to the University of Oklahoma for firing that professor.
So what do you tell your kids? We haven't really come across this too much yet, but say your kids are in that class. Say I have a close family friend whose son is in medical school, actually at UAB. And it's like the craziness that he has heard and had to sit through at UAB is insane. He does not believe any of the crap that UAB is pushing. So what do you tell your child in those instances? Because that child took a risk, failed, and then won. But it's a huge risk. And so think about if you're in medical school, it's your third year of medical school, you've got to pass this class. Do you play along? Do you tell your child to play along? I mean, do you risk it? What do you do?
I have heard both sides, and I've heard it from some people that are in education who are very biblically based in their worldview, like people that surprised me that said because we had this discussion a couple of years ago. I had one of my children do just this, write the truth about what they really thought, and then didn't get a great grade. So we had to go back to this child and say, you need to do whatever you've got to do to pass, because being like flunked out of college because you shared your views is not the best way to get a degree. So if you got to play the game, play the game. And that was the advice that I received from two people who I consider mentors in my life. They said, just do whatever they've got to do to pass. Because in years past, you could say whatever you wanted to say. The professors were like, fine. Even the crazy liberal ones were fine. But these are people that you wouldn't, and I'll tell you off air who one of them is. And I'm like, okay. And then we had to turn around and use that advice for one of our kids because they were going to fail. And what are you going to do with that?
Well, I've actually been in this situation before. The middle school. So I went to a Christian high school. But the middle school I went to, my mom was a teacher. So, we kind of hopped from school to school whenever she get a new job. And, the middle school I went to, I'm not going to say what middle school it was, but I'm sure when I describe it, the Huntsville audience will know full well what middle school I'm talking about. But I mean, we weren't even allowed to put FCA posters in the school. to talk about FCA, this place, this time. We actually, after one of the FCAs, we all had our pin or something we wore of our favorite Bible verse. All of us had to take it off at the school.
Word.
My teachers were, my history teacher was a Bernie Sanders supporter and would often rant about liberal, ideology so being a conservative Christian at the school, I was in the minority big time. So I knew I was never really put in a position where like I was forced to write about topics that was against my faith, but I knew if I did talk about my full truth in certain assignments, it would not be welcomed upon. And my full truth just being my faith says this. I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative. This is what I believe. So although I never went against my faith or was in a position to do that, I knew I couldn't be my full self in terms of assignments because it would not be welcomed at the school I was at. So thankfully, I graduated high school from a Christian school where that wasn't an issue. But I agree with Amy Beth. I think I would tell my kids if they were in that position, if you got to do what you got to do in terms of like if you got to play the game to a certain extent, I understand. But if you're put in a position to denounce Christianity or denounce,
Yes,
absolutely not.
Can't do that.
And if a situation approaches you where you can spread the gospel to a classmate or somebody like that, never pass up that opportunity either. But you also you got to play the game to a certain extent of maybe you don't fully express your full faith and thoughts in certain assignments. But if you got to write an essay on why Christianity is awful and bad and why atheism is that's the line where you don't cross. But it's so difficult, because that's the only way you can get into some sort of fields like this. Maybe you infiltrate it to where you pass all the checks, and then whenever you're at the position you want to be, then you can be your full self, But it's just it's so unfortunate that you have to think about stuff like that.
Truly.
Can we put it in a different context? Because I think about this a lot in politics, and especially on like in Alabama politics, which we all kind of play a part in. I mean, how much of this do you play along? Do you play the game? Do you look the part to potentially get things done? How do you do that without compromising? There's some things that you just can't. I think that's the name of the game, is figuring that out, because the reality is you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to get stifled at every turn if you come out. And I can name legislators that happens to.
Yes.
In Montgomery right now, some that have left the legislature because they just keep getting palms to the face at every turn because they didn't play the game. There are some legislatures that I could name that play the game really well, still hold firm to their convictions. So is that line different for everyone? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the line? Because you just said it, JP. You said you do what you got to do to get to the place that you need to be, and then you be your true self. And in theory, that sounds great, but does it really work out? Can you get there and finally be your true self? And along the way, did you compromise? And is that wrong?
I think there's a thing, and maybe we were there at the same time when Rich preached on it, but there's such a thing as godly deception. Like you think about Jonathan going to is lying to his dad about where David was. You see examples throughout the Bible of people using godly deception. Like deception was warranted in that case. The Hebrew women lying about the babies being born and how quickly they were born. It's not acceptable for every situation and circumstance. But I do think if you use it well and use it appropriately, when it matters, you can be effective. But I do agree, though, that you cannot ever deny our faith. You cannot ever deny God. That simply, you take the F. And you tell your parents, I'm going to fail because of this professor. And then you have to go duke it out with the advisors and with whatever school you happen to be in within your degree. Yeah. But for some legislators, you might want to use that to get where you want to be, and then surprise, because on the other hand, they're using us, Democrats, that suddenly are Republicans. And how are they the ones getting everything done? Like, I don't know that we're great at playing the game, but I think if we were better, we could get more done.
Yeah.
But I don't know, once you're in the legislature or you're up in DC, how you do that, because it is so hard, it seems, to maintain your principles and get anything done, because the deck is so stacked against you, and we're not known for being good at that.
Well, let's put it in this scenario too. I mean, if you're wanting to be, if you're a young person and you're wanting to become a politician, and you're wanting to go the route of the Ivy Leagues, the Yales, the Princetons, make connections there, and go from that launching pad, kind of like what Ella Cook was doing. She was, I don't know what her aspirations were, but I mean, she was at a Ivy League school and was a part of the Young Republicans, or some Republican club, was the VP of it. And so maybe it's not smart. I guess don't be put on a radar stupidly. Just be smart with it, I guess, is the way to say it.
Yeah.
If you're going to walk around constantly wearing a MAGA hat, and you're constantly, you become the MAGA guy, maybe not smart. But if you're approached and pressed on it, don't back down from your convictions, but be smart about it. Maybe kind of, I hate to say it like this, but like blend in the sense of make your connections, get a good education at the Ivy League schools, network. And if you're asked about it, be honest and truthful, but I guess be smart. Don't intentionally get a bullseye on you. And then shoot, you make the networks, you make the connections, you rise the ranks, and then you're in the position of power. Now be your full self, because now you're in a position of power. You can do something about it, but don't be stupid and have people try to obstruct from you getting to where you want to be. So I guess never back down from your convictions, but be smart and don't purposefully get put on a list or a radar from whoever who doesn't like what you believe, I would say.
Yeah. I guess you could take, from instructions in the Bible, the good book, which says, when it comes to obeying the government, yes, obey your laws, obey the government, as long as it does not conflict with God's law.
Mm-hmm.
That probably applies in all these situations. That's a pretty easy standard, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
What
That's
a good little conversation.
We got some texts we can do on the other side, some contrary views from each texter. So
Okay.
I like contrarians. I think it's a good discussion. We'll do it on the other side. We'll be right back.
back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP, continuing the discussion on what you would do, what you'd advise your child to do, or perhaps what you have done in the situation where you're going to get penalized for telling the truth. Is there a line? Is there no line? What is it? So we know many of you have sounded off online and would love to hear from you, and you've texted us. So, JP.
833-687-4448 is the text line number, by the way. Let me refresh it here. I think we got some more coming in. Mike from Muscle Shoals says, I believe we need more warriors and less sheep. That is the entire problem with our Congress and Senate, including the House in Alabama. Too many have sold out their values.
True.
See, that's true.
You can be an intelligent warrior, though.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Don't be running into the... Don't run out in no man's land where you know you're just going to get, like, be smart. You know, be
strategic.
Be targeted. Yeah. Jenkins from Sneed, Alabama says, I had to agree and write papers about socialism in college to pass an English class. He said, it was one of those times where you just have to roll your eyes and tell them what they want to hear so that you can get to where you need/want to be.
Okay, I can get down with socialism if I need to pass a class. I get that. But you start talking about abortion or the existence of God or 900 genders, I'm probably just going to fail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that the right answer?
That's the right answer.
We can talk about gun control or socialism or whatever, but there's got to be some lines.
Yeah, socialism, so my history teacher, who was a Bernie voter, I remember her actually chastising somebody in the class one time because the person asked about Hillary. It was during 2016 with the Hillary Clinton email situation. And this person who didn't pay attention to politics, didn't know any better, asked about it. And she got chastised and said, Hillary Clinton didn't mean to do what she did. Therefore, she should not be punished.
Gosh.
So, like, that's the...
ignorance is not a defense.
So it depends on what you want to do. You know, it's probably not best to put on the record you're for socialism if you want to be a politician, a conservative politician. But if you're just a, I don't know, free market capitalist Christian and you don't want to be in politics, but you just got to pass that's one thing. You know, I guess you got to do what you do.
Well, your paper's not getting published.
I know, but still, I don't know.
Trying to get out of a class.
Who knows? Maybe one of your classmates can. Wait, you were for socialism in college? You know, if you go to like one of these Princetons or Yales where it's kind of like a big club and they're all kind of wanting to do the same stuff, and I don't know. So you just got to be smart with it and know where your lines are that you're not going to cross.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to some conversations that I've had with some friends whose kids have been in the same. It's just hitting me right now that, you know, they would come home on Christmas break and talk about how they knew if they spoke up that they wouldn't pass. And they knew there were plenty of kids in the class that felt like they did. But when you have somebody who's in charge of your grade, you have to choose very carefully when you'll go, yeah, absolutely not. Because you're right, there are lines. There's the abortion line. There's being asked to deny God, creation, all that. You know, there's the line of the 7,700 genders. And this child in Oklahoma faced that. Failed, but then look what happened on the other side. So I think there's an argument to be made for both sides.
I was going to say, maybe it's more of outside of what is clearly against God's teaching and God's standards, like the 10 Commandments and some basic things. Maybe this is kind of a gray area. Like, you got to be able to sleep at night. What is the Holy Spirit? What is God telling you? Mm-hmm. And you have the liberty to kind of choose that, to listen to him or not. And maybe the answer is different for everybody. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, there's some things that shouldn't be negotiable.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Agree.
And that's kind of where Scott from Decatur is saying. He says, never play the game. Invoke the First Amendment and get a lawyer.
I kind of like that. I kind of like it. Okay, go Scott.
You also got to be, I mean, lawyers are expensive, so you need to pick your battles a little bit.
Lawyers are expensive. Judges can be difficult. It's easy to say, but that's long. That takes a while.
Yeah.
So we need to do a better job, if you are a believer, of considering going into higher education if you feel so called, and go like help and teach the truth. I mean, that's like a long-term view that sounds ridiculous, but we're just going to get more of the same if more of the same people are there.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like years ago you would have to have this conversation with your kids if they were going off to the Princetons and the Yales. But now you have to have this conversation with your kids if they're going to Auburn, if they're going to Alabama,
So true.
if they're going down the road.
They're going to a Shelby County high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preach it.
Yeah. I could tell you stories from that one. Are we doing Christmas hour?
It's Christmas
Please,
hour.
can I have a snack and a
Yeah.
cookie?
Well,
Okay,
sit
we're
down
gonna
and
open gifts.
get comfortable. It's the Festivus report next.
Festivus. Oh, that what did somebody call it? Go ahead and celebrate your Festivus, you pagan
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Anti-Christian
goodness.
pagans.
Everybody,
Come on, guys.
just lighten up. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Having a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday. Great Christmas week. Finishing everything up. Is everybody done? What are your holiday traditions as far as what do you make for Christmas dinner? Or do you have a Christmas breakfast? Do you go to church
breakfast
the night before? Like, do you do Christmas Eve and you have a place you always go? Like, what's your order starting Christmas Eve to Christmas Day? What do you do? That's just a question. I'm throwing it out there.
You want it?
You can text us
right
in.
now? Oh, you want,
but
not my answer.
You guys can answer if you want to, unless we got our phone call.
No,
We're getting.
not yet. So,
Okay.
Allison, you want to go first?
Yeah, okay. See, I've got to leave straight from here and go to the grocery store because I was trying to coordinate going to the grocery store before, but then I was like, I don't have enough room in the freezer. It's a whole thing. And it's 90 outside. It's supposed to be cold enough that you can leave your groceries in the car.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's not. So tonight I will go to the grocery store. Tomorrow we spend all day at Jared's parents' house.
Really? All day? Like all day?
Like we go at 9:30 and we leave at 5:30. And grandmommy is very upset if you leave early, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And she'd prefer us all bring our pajamas and watch Christmas movies and stay all day. And so then we got to do breakfast and lunch and dinner. Usually, I think, usually we go to Christmas Eve service. We were going to go tonight, but now we actually are going tomorrow night, which I prefer anyway. We got candles, and you sing the Christmas hymns that remind you of your childhood and tinsel on the trees. Do you remember tinsel? Are you too old for tinsel?
Probably if I saw it. I don't know what.
Like I remember tinsel on my grandmother's tree. It's really old school.
Yeah.
You know, the shiny stuff that hangs. It's like looks like hair hanging on your tree.
Oh,
It's
my
like
word,
silver.
JP.
Okay. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you just threw it at the tree.
Yeah, we never did that, but I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's in all the old movies. I think we should bring it back. I
Okay,
like
let's
it.
bring it back. I mean, it's in all the old Christmas movies. It's beautiful.
I
So,
like it.
what a fun. Okay.
And then Christmas morning, we're at our house. And then Christmas night, we actually go to a friend's house and do like everybody grills out and bring stuff, play Dirty Santa. It's kind of fun.
That's
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
Well, with us, we do Christmas Eve night service.
Yes.
Christmas morning, we do gifts first thing in the morning. My dad will make orange rolls or something. And then we do our gifts. We're probably done around 10, 11-ish. And then we'll hang out and watch football. And then Granny Ram will normally come over, see everybody, and then go back. And then Christmas night, we do family food, which I hate doing Christmas dinner. Just do Christmas lunch, okay? I want to eat.
Why?
I want to eat. I want to get over with.
Oh, you don't
know?
like waiting?
I don't like waiting. Just like when my family decides to do Thanksgiving dinner at like 5:30. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but nah. And then Christmas is normally a chill day. And we're actually tonight, my brother with his nephew and all them can't come up for Christmas Day. So we're doing Christmas with them tonight after the show.
Oh, that's
so,
fun.
Oh, nice.
Are you going to wear that?
Yeah.
Are you really?
It's chill. We're just hanging out. We're just doing gifts, hanging out. It's no formal matter.
Hey, there's no judgment. You know, how many times have I walked in and said, remember, we observe and we do not judge.
By the way, we got a caller on the line. Stan McDonald is actually on the line. He wanted to talk about the topic we were just talking about with playing the game or not playing the game. Stan, you're on the air if you want to tell your story.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Good.
Stan,
Hey.
let me guess. Stan does not play the game. Stan.
Well, I had an experience. I had an experience that pretty well formulates who I am today. It was the fall of '79, and I was a long time ago, and I was a freshman at Auburn, and the English teacher asked us to write on something, and the topic was about people being about how you can get wrapped up in chains or something like that. It was about bondage or something like that, or oppression or some kind of topic like that.
Oh, Lord.
And so I just went straight to, I was a pretty new Christian, and I really wasn't trying to be a culture. At that time, I didn't know what culture warrior was. I just thought this is a good opportunity to witness, really, is what I thought about. And when they talked about people being, in dark habits or something like that, I just thought about the sinfulness of man and what the solution to it was. So I really worked hard on that paper because even though I did not expect the outcome to be what it was, I thought, well, if you're going to represent Christ and you're going to represent what I'm saying, I decided I was going to make it the best paper that I'd ever written. And I did a lot of research and made sure I really did it right. I was not a great student, but I wanted to make sure that I represented on this one. And, you know, that guy handed me an F. I'll never forget the guy handed me an F. Wow. And so I looked at the paper, and it surprised me there again. I really thought, I knew there were God haters out there, but I didn't think they were right there in my school, you know. And I looked at the paper, and I thought, well, it was red, you know. And I thought, well, I've got run-on sentences, or I used bad grammar, or, you know, somehow I didn't do things right. And really all it said was, you can't prove this. You can't use the Bible. That's all it said. Wow. I appealed it to the head of the department, and he told me the same thing, but he ended up giving me it's either a D or a D minus. I got a D and out of it. And well, the good news is I had an opportunity to redeem myself. And what I'm about to tell you now, I'm not necessarily proud of, but I'm also not surprised that I did it. About 2 weeks later, I had an opportunity to write another paper. Well, I decided I didn't really take this guy serious anymore. I did not really respect the class, and that has lived with me through today, not respecting all these secular education systems, indoctrination centers. And so I wrote a paper. I had lunch at the fraternity house that day with a guy who was bragging about some article he'd read recently about, you know, the 3 best ways to get the girl, you know. I thought, well, that's the dumbest, most futile thing I ever thought in my life. But he laid out a pretty good case, you know, of the 3 things. And you know what I did? I put 0 into it. I didn't do any research other than just having lunch with my fraternity brother that day. And I wrote a dadgum paper on it. And it probably took me, you know, 90 minutes to write that as opposed to probably, you know, 6 hours I put into the other one. And I'd like to say I got an A on it. I think I actually got a B plus on it. But, you know, the thing that instructs me on that really is that, you know, I really started paying attention after that about what they're really trying to do in schools. And, you know, like I said, I wasn't a culture warrior then. I knew what I believed about my conversion to Christ and whatnot. But I was on a pathway to learning about Christian worldview and really some deeper things back then. And, you know, after a while, I began to realize that if I had people in that school down there that were teaching me that the world was 60 million years old or older, and that just the whole deal about evolution, they have it wrong from the very inception. I don't know how I was going to believe anything else that they said. And in fact, I really don't. I have about as low a view as of these government indoctrination centers as, well, I've got some other friends that we have mutual friends that I'm probably about the same as them. But, you know, in terms of the question, I just get them. I think the big thing to do is get out of there and get away from it as much as you can. Now, you have to go to get certain degrees. You've got to go, but we have more and more options these days. I went to a law school, Jones, which was a private Christian Church of Christ law school, and my professor was John Eidsmoe, which I hope everybody knows who John Eidsmoe is.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had choices, and, you know, homeschool is a great choice, but I'm talking a little bit longer than I meant to, but that was just a crazy experience for me. And they will flat give you an F. I'll tell you that right now.
Stan, I have a question before we have to go to a break. What's your advice as an attorney, Stan McDonald? What's your advice to kids in school today? I mean, is it claim the First Amendment and call Stan McDonald? Is it, would you go back and just go along to get along? What would you do today?
You know, that's a great question. I'm so grateful that we have now things like Turning Point USA, which would have been all over this. Groups like y'all, groups like 1819 News. Can you imagine if I'd have had those guys and there would have been a campus involvement? Because that's exactly what Turning Point USA and groups like y'all and 1819 News that you. I don't think that we're able to win this thing, you know, just on the First Amendment thing. But I think in the public marketplace of approval and acceptance, when donors and you know, alumni hear about stuff like this, I think the light of day works just fine.
Yeah, I like that. Well said. That's a good point. Stan, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for calling. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a great holiday. Enjoy your time with your family, and keep on doing what you do. Stan, I don't know if y'all know, he's an attorney, but he also is very much a culture warrior now, fighting for everything we talk about every day. So, Stan, thanks so much for calling in. We really appreciate it.
We're going to keep listening. Thank y'all.
Sounds great.
Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas. That's a good word. And
1979.
if a future attorney was failed, and they can write, okay? All my friends who are attorneys, they are beautiful writers. Then that's a them problem. But the issue, though, that I think is ironic, this is all I'll say, is when they say you can't prove that, they're making a truth claim.
Yep.
And how
They can't prove it.
They can't prove it.
Yeah.
The irony. It's thick. It's rich.
And the evidence is on our side, actually.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
What do we want to do? Rapid fire Festivus on the other side.
Yes.
Yes. I'm excited. I haven't looked at it at all.
I haven't
pretty
either.
crazy.
I cannot wait.
Are you prepared?
I got
JP?
the list in front of me here.
You got it?
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. We'll be right back.
Welcome back into Rightside Radio. I'm JP alongside Amy Beth and Allison. And
Hi, JP family.
Hey, y'all.
Everybody's watching you on the big screen.
How you doing?
I don't know.
You better not mess it up.
I don't know how I
Don't
feel about
mess
that.
up the
No pressure.
Festivus.
Well, it is that time. It is the Festivus time where the annual Festivus report that Rand Paul does every year about all the things we're spending money on. And how crazy it is. But before we get into that, we're going to do rapid fire Festivus of all this stuff, but we got to do my sound effect first.
Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
So let's kick it off here. Okay. The first one is a doozy. I'm going to go rapid fire. TikTok therapy, fighting drugs with influencers, $1.5 million on a, quote, innovative multi-level strategy to reduce drug use in Latinx communities through celebrity influencer campaigns.
There's no way you're getting through this. And
Cartoon climate crusaders in Pakistan, 244,000 to stand for peace in Islamabad to produce a television cartoon series. Lights, camera, diplomacy. The U.S. Department of State spent $1.5 million to promote American films abroad. Weight loss by Wi-Fi. HHS is spending $1.9 million on a, quote, hybrid mobile phone family intervention designed to reduce childhood obesity among Latino families in Los Angeles County. More COVID panic theater. HHS spent over $40 million on influencers to promote getting vaccinated against COVID-19 for racial and ethnic minority groups. Doom scrolling studies. HHS is giving $2.9 million to the University of Michigan to study the effect of screen time on parent-child relationships.
okay, I support that one.
USDA spent $141,000 to create a, quote, resilient and equitable local food network that prioritizes culturally relevant food for low-income LGBT people of color from the Bronx and Brooklyn.
Can I throw up now?
HHS spent $6.9 million using data to analyze and model trauma and surgery outcomes in sub-Saharan Africa. $6.9 million.
Okay.
HHS gave $3.3 million
Lion got him.
to Northwestern
Stat.
University so they can hire 15 people and erect scientific neighborhoods, install safe space ambassadors, and form endless committees to dismantle systemic racism.
Where is this?
This was here, and $3.3 million to Northwestern University.
Okay, in Chicago?
Chicago.
Sure. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Bears, drag queens, and bureaucracy. HHS spent $936,000 on marketing campaigns, advisory boards, and engagement strategies targeting niche subculture in Los Angeles, specifically the, quote, bear cub, drag queen, and queer punk rock scenes about STD testing and treatment capacity.
What? I thought we were talking about, like, what's a bear cub?
I don't know. Probably a furry of some sort.
I'm going to Google it.
Saliva
I don't know
swabs.
if you want to do that.
No, don't do that.
I mean, okay, keep going.
Saliva swabs in Sandstorm. HHS spent $2.1 million for researchers to collect saliva samples and conduct surveys at EDM clubs and festivals in New York City about drug usage.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
The
I'm sorry.
Freaks get all the money.
EDM? Is that like a...
Yeah, that's
electronic
Okay. And I
dance
thought it was
music.
something else, but it's still bad.
Pandemic profiteering.
Oh gosh.
Allison.
We told you not to look it up.
Allison. Hey, JP, over the next week, we got to pay attention to what comes across her feed. Carry
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Pandemic profiteering. The U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, gave EcoHealth Alliance $54 million to collect bat coronaviruses and transport them to Wuhan for gain-of-function experiments. Yeah, $54 million.
This is after what happened in 2020. This is just this.
Yeah, this
We're
is.
still
this year.
messing with bats.
We are. And Fauci's Beagle Labs live on. NIH extended funding for Dr. Fauci's Beagle experiments, costing taxpayers $13.8 million.
What?
Coked up canines redux. NIH spent $5,215,216 to dose dogs with cocaine again.
This is like Cocaine Bear, but worse.
Yeah. Let's see. The Department of Veterans Affairs, or the VA, wasted over 1 million, pretty much 1.1 million, teaching teenage ferrets to binge drink alcohol. You heard that right.
You said ferret?
Ferrets, yeah.
It had to be teenage. It couldn't be adult ferrets.
No, could not. Or maybe it could have. You never know.
Teenage ferret
Binge drinking.
alcoholics.
All right, we got about 1 minute, so I'm
Okay,
going to get
all
through
right.
all I can. USDA funded a 1 million collaboration to soup up bird flu viruses with the Wuhan Institute of Virology's parent organization and a researcher affiliated with the WIV. The NSF, which is the National Science Foundation, spent $497,200 on a quote video game challenge for children. NSF and other federal agencies spent over $14 million to make monkeys play a Price is Right inspired video game. The Department of Defense spent an estimated $77 million a year on an unnecessary dolphin training program that Congress won't even let end. USAID squandered $2 million for quote gender affirming care, activism, and influencer campaigns in Guatemala. The NSF committed over $2 million to programs that promote insects as food for humans.
Insects.
Insects.
I thought you.
No.
I.
And there's still like 8 or 9 more.
This is insane. This is literally insane.
This
Let
is.
me tell you what a bear cub is.
No.
Off air. That was the annual Festivus report of this year. Y'all gotta check it out. Go to Rand Paul's Twitter.
Will you give us the preview on the other side?
Sure.
Okay, we'll be back.
I'll be back.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair, JP, and Christmas things. Guys,
Keep adding stuff to our table.
I know. It's this day. It's what it is.
It's what it is.
It is.
Okay, who wants to go first? Do we need to open ours at the same time, JP?
Oh, y'all do, yeah.
We do?
Okay, so yeah, I got my 2 gifts for y'all on the table. I guess we can just start with mine since they're the ones sitting right in front of everybody.
Did you have a story?
Oh, I'll
Oh,
tell y'all the
after?
story after y'all open it. There's
Okay.
there's cards in there for y'all. You can read
JP,
off air, but
All right.
Wait. Oh, are they
JP,
sweet? I
that's
didn't
so-
write you a card. I'm not a card.
I'm not a card person. I wish
Oh.
I was.
Okay,
Okay, ready?
this is crazy. Yes, hold on.
This is awesome.
Okay, I love
I love it. I love it.
Santa holding the American flag.
I have
it. JP,
yours is blue.
anybody that JP,
This is awesome.
let me just let you know, ladies, he is a catch. You probably have already figured that out. We'll help facilitate, but you can't be crazy. But JP is a catch.
We have someone
This
in
is
mind. If you're listening,
awesome.
reach out.
This
Do
is
you want
staying
me
on
to
the
say
shelf
it?
permanently.
No, don't say it. No,
you
no, no,
can't
no,
say
no.
it.
I just this year started a little Santa collection. I've
Oh,
had
really?
them, but like this
That's
year I
so
put them
much.
all together.
I
And-
figured that was right up y'all's alley.
I love the glitter.
I love this so much, JP. Like you don't. I love it.
Okay, so what's the
So,
story?
it's a funny story. So we went to my aunt and I. This was 2 weeks ago. We went to a little Christmas shop down the road from her house in Pelham, and they had tons of ornaments and Christmas stuff. And originally, I walked up to the ornament
Oh,
tree.
is this Myers?
Yes,
Oh, it is.
It's
It's on
Myers.
the.
it's
My
Myers.
son used to work there.
It's great.
That's
love
the best
that
place ever.
Yeah. So I originally walked up to the ornament tree, and I saw 2 American flag glass ornaments, and I go, "Oh, that's
That's
it for
it.
them right there." I get one off. I grab the handle on the other, and it snaps,
Oh,
and
no.
the ornament
Oh, no.
broke on the floor.
Did they make you? You
no,
break
no,
it,
no,
you
no.
buy it.
I actually caught it on my foot, and then it slid off my foot and just ever so slightly hit the floor and broke.
No.
And I said to my aunt, I go, and she goes, "Oh, it's okay." And she grabs the work and she goes, "Oh, they're antiques. It's whatever, anyways." And my aunt goes,
Oh shoot!
and she grabs, she goes, "Okay, so he's looking for this type of person, this coworkers, you know." And they go, or the lady says, "Are y'all MAGA people?" I said, "We are." She goes, "I got something for y'all would like." And she walked back and she said, "You can get both of those for the price of one."
No way.
So-
JP.
Okay.
That was a great.
Oh,
that-
she
that's
loved
even better.
you.
That's even better than the American
This
flag
is
ornaments.
incredible. Thank you.
See,
Genuinely, thank you.
even the ladies, the older ladies, love JP because he's such a
can't help it.
gentleman.
Well,
Um,
you know.
Yeah, I love this. This will go. So right when you walk in my front door, there's the whole little collection of Santas. It will go there.
Awesome.
I get. You know what? And I'll copy you and put mine
Do you have
right
a
at
little
my
table?
front table. I've rearranged a lot of things. This is awesome. I'm
JP,
so
so
excited
sweet.
about this. Thank you.
And look,
I know we're not going to read them on the air.
I write the names on cards like a 3-year-old. If you don't notice.
well, and it's giant.
It's okay. I do too.
yeah,
Well, I
It's
don't have a
fine.
card.
that's fine.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Who's next?
Abs, you go.
Okay. Well, y'all are going to have to like close your eyes or something.
No. Open my gift.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's? Oh, it's right here.
It's the one right in front of you.
It's under my feet.
That
That's why
giant
I
green
said-
one that I said, hey,
I
this
didn't
is
see-
yours.
I know it. All right.
Okay. Theater of the mind.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, this is funny. I have wanted this book
I love this.
forever, and you're the only person that I can think of that would like it.
My oldest child, you cannot have this, and neither can you, my husband that I adore.
If we're on the same algorithm, this book pops up on your Instagrams all the time. The Home Apothecary,
This is
250
incredible.
powerful remedies at your fingertips. Okay,
I'm
Here
so
we go.
excited. I'm throwing stuff out here now.
here we go. A cleansing tea, a slimming tea. You can make your own kombucha.
Kombucha. What is that?
I don't know why this reminded me of you. And
So-
Abs, we haven't told many Abs driving stories, but there's lots of Abs driving stories that maybe we'll get to. Anyway, I don't know if you can say that one
I'm just gonna put it
on
right
the air,
there. Okay. All right.
but okay,
I love this book.
homemade
much.
colon detox shot. That's what you need.
What?
Please, Chris will be like, "Why are you?" Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
There's like
Hold on. I'm just throwing stuff on the ground.
anti-phlegm, holy basil tea.
No, I was just talking to my oldest about one of her littles, and she gives them like star anise, and it helps with
The
like.
legal narcotic. You can make it home.
Oh, please,
This is getting dicey.
tell me more. What is?
Oh.
did you get?
Yes.
Did you read my mind?
Did you get
No,
us
the
one too?
other day I thought, I really would like one that keeps my coffee warm.
Penicillin soup?
Really?
You can keep it warm. Coffee mug warmer.
Guys, this is a mug warmer. And
Yeah.
one of
Oh,
our
sweet.
friends, she hears me because my mug gets cold and there's like 17 steps between upstairs and downstairs and about 25 more to go get to the microwave. And
So, I mean, y'all
know me.
and especially it will get cold. It won't be 80 forever. So,
thank you because
white
Thank
cell
you.
boosting juice.
That's
right.
actually cool stuff.
go JP.
Yeah.
This is incredible. And I'll make some things and I'll bring it. We'll try it.
If you get sick, JP, we can take care of you.
With the home apothecary.
Herpes. Herbal
Not that
balm
one.
for a herpes sores.
On the mouth. Okay. Now
Wart
they're right
freezing
here.
spray. Okay, let me stop.
Yeah, it's-
I'm excited. Okay, JP. Yes. Oh, it's loud.
now you know how it feels.
All right. Yes. There we well, okay.
Oh, but you kind of need to open that one on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then because there are things.
What is in this?
He's not so blessed. He just missed that whole part, didn't he?
He did.
What
But it's
happened?
okay. You're gonna
You can
see.
open it. Open
You're
it.
gonna see.
Miss what? Do I need to open this one?
No.
no.
Keep
Open that.
keep on your
Open
on the
that.
right path.
Okay.
Keep going.
A mug warmer.
Yeah.
Oh.
You missed the box of abs. We all got one. I ordered myself one too. I just
Okay.
didn't
High
bring
five.
it.
Thank you.
So
That's
we can all
awesome.
have good
Y'all are
coffee.
just the sweetest.
We just have
Love.
to get uncurdled creamer for you now.
Yeah, that's kind of bothersome.
Okay, the other one, yes.
Good.
Y'all know me so well
Yep.
already.
Yep. What we got? There's another one in there.
Chipotle. There's another one.
There's another one.
Oh. Starbucks.
So you can go get your hot cocoa. If you don't know,
Hello.
today I said, anybody want Starbucks? Thinking we all need some caffeine. No, JP likes the hot chocolate.
A hot cocoa. Well, I like my coffee black, but Starbucks can give me some good hot cocoa. So
I'm taking my earbobs out so
Okay,
I can
you have
hand
to
you
run.
because this has got to be exact at the same time.
All right.
So y'all talk.
The same. Okay. Let's see. A bath salt mix. Oh, you can make candles. Snore relief jelly. This is awesome. A fever compress. An antihistaminic tea. Stinging nettle tincture. Oh, this is so exciting. Abs.
Oh my goodness.
Abs.
Okay, guys, let me tell you the bread. This is one of I just gave this to somebody yesterday. It's an artisanal loaf. Okay, which
I thought it was artesian. No.
well, the girl said it was artisanal because she's from somewhere
Artisanal.
else. So
What are
it's
these
another loaf.
cookies?
Those are chocolate chips with some M&Ms. And those are for y'all to eat by yourself. No, I'm kidding. You can share. But the loaf is yummy because I hadn't had a chance to start my starter, but I'm baking a bunch of these. And so I hope you love them.
Wait
And
a
I
second.
baked
What
them
is
this
it
morning.
not? Is it? It's not a. It's
Very
not sourdough.
similar to sourdough. Like if I didn't tell you, you would have thought it was sourdough, but it's only rises for like 3 hours and not anyway.
Could I do this one?
Oh, this is one of the best recipes. I'll give it to you now. It's like
Foolproof?
5 ingredients. Mix it up, let it rise, bake it.
How does it get the sour fermented?
It doesn't. It's made with yeast,
Okay.
but it's very similar in flavor.
Ooh.
And
So can I open it right now?
Yeah, open it right now.
And the cookies. Look at the. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. These cookies look like that place down
So
the
just-
street.
Just give it a taste.
Let me see this.
There would have been more, but like I said, I failed at my order. So just do what you do, Sinclair.
It's so pretty. It's still warm.
It is still
Abs.
warm.
How did you do that?
Well, I don't know, but just give it a
Oh
Is
yeah.
there beer in it?
no. It's just a
Mm.
yeasty, fluffy bread.
Mm,
That's really
so
good.
I don't know how you do this. Connor comes home tonight and he's gonna be so excited.
Well, I have sourdough for y'all, but it's not ready yet. So I'm gonna bring it for New Year's.
It's poor radio etiquette to eat on air, but
Is it?
for y'all listening, this is delicious.
Connor's foot started shaking when he ate your last sourdough. He really did, and he got this big smile.
Well,
oh, y'all are awesome.
Y'all are awesome.
Actually,
Y'all are great.
Really thankful for y'all. Let me eat this first. But
here you go.
I'm really excited about our new year and starting off 2026. I think we're gonna have a great Christmas. We're gonna recharge because it's been like, I feel like we've been taking punches in the face for the past few weeks, like good punches.
Yeah.
Like where it's like a good fight. Did y'all ever watch Yellowstone?
No.
Y'all know? Okay, so if you watch Yellowstone, Beth and whatever John's hussy of a girlfriend's name was, the one that was in prison. Anyway, they got in a fight at like Christmas dinner out in the front yard. And I mean, it was a fight. But then they got up and they dusted it off and they walked back in and they were better for it. And I feel like that's kind of where we are. Like,
Not fighting with each other.
No, not
Fighting
with each other.
life.
Just like, yeah, just trying to figure it all out. But we're gonna be good, and this is awesome, and I'm really thankful for y'all.
I'm thankful for y'all. Big time.
Likewise, I can't believe God put us all together, and yet He did, and we live to fight another day.
To fight another day. Which, funny, if you let me do my Psalm 2 reading on the other side, it will put a nice Christmas bow on all of this.
I can't wait.
Okay, we'll be back. I'm going to finish this sourdough. Not sourdough. It's bread.
back to Rightside Radio, where we are just sugared and caffeinated enough that we should probably go.
Good news is we're going to read some scripture and then leave.
Yeah.
It's perfect
So,
timing.
There we go. Who's going first? Are we doing rapid fire trivia, Christmas trivia, or is Sinclair gonna give us Psalm 2?
Let's Allison give us our word, and we'll end the show on Christmas trivia.
I just thought this was interesting. This is a new devotion book that I have. It's called In the Lord I Take Refuge. All right. Psalm 2. I'm just going to read a few verses because I think it's really applicable to where we are as a nation and also as people of God. This is right before David is about to take the throne. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs, the Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. Now, therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth, serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. And then it goes on to give his little thoughts. It says, when we, as the people of God, sing Psalm 2, we remind ourselves of how God made David and his descendants to be kings, tasked with carrying out God's redemptive purposes in the world. Those who take refuge in him have found the only truly safe place in this broken world. Those who persist in resisting God and his rule, even if they are powerful rulers of the earth, will be finally defied and justly destroyed. For now, we can go forth in the glad assurance that in Jesus we will one day leave behind forever the futility of the present. Every injustice in our lives will be undone. Take heart. No lie, it says this. Take heart. We are on the right side.
No way.
Wow.
I'm lying. I'm dying.
Oh, it says that.
So this Christmas, be encouraged. I think in the end, we're on the right side. We are on the side of truth, whether it's your professor, whether it's going to war with Islam, whether it's just with your family at Christmas. Stand firm in the truth, knowing that we are kings of a risen God who loves us. And in the end, we can never be touched. We are on the right side. We are doing the right thing, standing up for truth. It's hard and it's depressing. And think about like David, things looked pretty bad. Nations were raging against them. But in the end, God will pour out his wrath. We have to stay on the right side.
That's a good word.
Great word.
Okay. My brain hurts. That's all I got.
It's good. Thank you, Sinclair.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah,
It says,
it's
take
crazy.
heart. We are on the right side.
It's a God wink.
Oh, okay.
It really is. I like those, by the way.
God winks are great.
Christmas trivia.
Okay, we have some Christmas trivia to end the show. The last 3 minutes here. Okay, well, I know the answers, so it's technically me quizzing y'all.
Yeah,
so.
it's going to be a competition.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph? What kind of question is that? Everybody knows this. Okay. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol?
3.
No, 4.
Oh, shoot. We were both wrong,
What?
but right.
Okay.
4.
Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a
Blue.
I wouldn't have known that.
You wouldn't have known that?
No.
I'll
bless him.
have a blue Christmas. You don't know that
No, I've
song?
never heard that song. Sorry.
Without you.
No.
You should
Unfortunately.
probably watch it.
Wait, does blue Christmas? Anyway,
In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Paris.
Did you say an answer? Did you say an answer?
no, but they do go to Florida, but it didn't say Home Alone 2.
No, it's just at Home Alone.
Okay, I was waiting for 1 or 2.
No, it was Paris.
I'm
It's correct.
losing.
In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened after every
He wrecks
time
his car.
what happened every time a bell rang?
An angel gets his wings.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
That
that's
what
done.
she said.
Okay.
And
I should probably wait
we're
for both of y'all to
even.
answer
Now we're
first.
Okay, I'm
tied.
sorry.
Okay.
Are you just trying to let me win?
No.
She feels it's a mercy. Okay.
Um okay, here's a good one. Which country did eggnog come from?
Sweden.
I was going to say the same thing with an accent. Okay,
You said
eggnog
Sweden?
came from
Germany.
yeah. No.
Russia.
I bet it came from
England.
America.
What the last one Allison said was correct. England.
England?
It came from England.
It was either England or Mexico.
So Allison's
All right.
sixth answer was correct.
All right. Okay.
I'm trying to. Some of these are too easy.
Ask them anyway.
No, we like hard ones.
Okay. The first artificial Christmas tree was made from what?
Oh, feathers. Goose feathers.
Allison.
I knew
Goose
this
feathers.
because when I was looking up Christmas trivia earlier, I saw the question.
Speaking of which, we didn't get Daryl a Christmas gift.
Oh, he's gone.
I know. I haven't seen him in a
He
while.
left with his wife. I guess they're happy and they're on their honeymoon.
How do you make an artificial Christmas tree with Lindsey Graham out of goose feathers?
Carefully.
I mean, you got to stick a lot of feathers in a tree.
It's a whole thing.
Or a pole.
All right. What's the score?
I don't know.
8-6. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we got 20 seconds. So one last question.
Okay.
Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
I have no idea. Germany.
Zimbabwe.
It was Germany.
Oh, wait, you still lost.
I did lose.
Okay, ask one more. Maybe she could tie.
What's the name of the main? Okay, I'm not doing that one. In the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves?
Oh, good grief. I have no
The
idea.
first rule?
Like candy for breakfast?
It was treat every day
Sugar.
like Christmas.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, well.
On that note,
On
Merry
that
Christmas.
note,
Merry Christmas to
Merry
everybody.
Christmas. Send pictures. Keep us posted. Like, use our group chat, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need to know how everybody's doing. It's going to be a long time until we see each other again.
5 days.
Yeah, I think it's the longest we've ever gone.
What are we going to do with ourselves?
Oh, no, I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah, I'll probably take a lot of naps.
All right, y'all have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your families. Try not to blow up the Christmas table with your topics. Talk about the weather. We'll see y'all Monday.